feet. Touchdown, Ravens!
What a play by the Ravens. It's going to result in a touchdown.
Play action. Pass is caught. That's going to be a first down for the Ravens.
40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Ravens! And the crowd goes wild.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 13 of the Play Action Podcast. I'm your host, quarterback coach Garrett Stapleton.
My receivers coach, Lamont Johnson.
Head football coach Jonathan Coddington. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the final week of the college football regular season.
Yes, sir.
We are here.
It's crazy. It goes by fast.
We blinked and we're at the end now.
Yep, without a doubt. Yep, feels like fall outside, getting chilly. It's it's right in the thick of it. Division I season, NFL season. We're wrapping up with rivalry week. Here in the HCAC, and as it is, I think across really the country, kind of last week of the year tends to be these rivalry games, and excited to get into ours.
Yep, without a doubt.
Looking forward to it. Playing against Manchester.
Yep.
So it's gonna be fun. Big rich tradition. How long have the Browns ball?
So 2001 was when we started playing for the Bronze Ball. So the Anderson Manchester rivalry. We've got the trophy that goes along with it, and each year we play for that, and so whoever wins it gets to keep that for the year, and we're excited to win it, keep it here, and hopefully keep it here for a long time.
Yep. The bookshelf behind us has been a little lonely, so need to put it back on the shelf without a doubt.
So we're coming off of home game against Rose-Hulman. It was our teacher, faculty, and staff appreciation day. Really cool, pregame having all those staff members down on the field. President Pistol was down there, a lot of professors, some other staff members. Cool to see our guys, interacting with them, and really appreciate their support, from that game.
Yeah, we had a lot of staff came out, and it was cool that our guys got to invite their favorite faculty, staff member. And there was some familiar faces. I know got to see our guy James out there, President Pistol. I know Dr. Scott was out there. I know when you were here, that was one of your favorite teachers at the time too. Mm-hmm. So it's just nice to see that those people still have the impact on the students. Even later down the years.
Absolutely, it is cool to see. And from my perspective, having some of those staff members when I was a student here, but then also now it's like I get to be coworkers with them. It's cool. You mentioned Dr. Scott. He was a great professor. He's always loved by everybody, and was a professor I had and still is one that impacts our guys today. Trent Palmer, who when I was a student here, he was my boss as my RD. When I was an RA, and now he teaches some classes and has some of our guys in class, and they love having him. And so cool to get to be coworkers with those people that have had just such a great influence on students through the years here at AU.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I know when I was in college, that would have been something that would have been awesome to have to do. So I know we talked about a little bit last episode, having those people out there is such a cool impact, and so cool to see, especially on this campus where it feels like such a family.
Yeah. So the game started off actually pretty hot, for us, and there's a lot of excitement off the sidelines. We've been talking and spending a ton of time, over the past couple weeks, just trying to invest in the energy and the juice that comes from the sidelines, and it's taken a step forward each and every week. Excited to see the next step it takes, this week too. But started out with a good drive by the offense, stalled out a little bit, but we had a punt down at the 1 yard line. Then the very first defensive play started off with the safety. It was a great way to start out the game. Lots of juice coming from the stands, coming from the sidelines. Seeing the guys all celebrate together after that safety, was a really cool thing. A lot of good plays, in all three phases: offense, defense, special teams throughout the game. We'll have running back Travis Moon on here in a little bit as we talk through some of his plays and his touchdown. But anything in particular stand out to you guys, through the course of the game?
I was talking about it a little bit with Coach Joe yesterday. Field position. That was one of the highlights of the game, because usually we're starting back a little bit farther. I think we didn't start anywhere behind the 30 last game, so that was really cool to see. It's been really cool to see our offense kind of get going. I feel like we can move the ball against anybody, but just got to capitalize in the red zone. But for a while there, I thought it was going to be 2-0 for a while for the whole game, because it was 2-0 throughout up until the second quarter. But no, it was really good game, really good seeing our energy get built on the sidelines.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. Field position was huge, probably the best we've had all year. Whenever we took the field, but all facets of the offense, were kind of clicking yesterday. I think we ran the ball probably our best on Saturday. It was nice to see that kind of get going. And we had a handful of guys touch the ball on the perimeter. We kind of took advantage of that, getting the ball going there, getting some first downs, keeping some plays alive, keeping some drives alive, especially even being backed up. Being backed up, second and long, third and long, and then we're chunking it up, and then we'll convert the first down. But like you said, capitalizing down in the red zone is going to be huge for us this week. Because we've shown that we can drive the ball down the field, shown that we could get down there, we can make plays, but we got to put the period on the exclamation point.
Yep. We got the first line drop. We said dot.
We got to put the dot on the exclamation point and put some points on the board. But I know we're excited to do that this week, with that being a big emphasis, on top of continuing to put a prime on the juice and just the contagious positive energy. We're at that time now where it's starting to get cold out, starting to feel like fall. So guys want to come out here, shoulders to their ears, and hands in their pockets and their pants and everything. So it's like, you won't be cold if you're cheering your teammates on, you're jumping up and down after big plays, catches, tackles, interceptions throughout the week. And then on Saturday, we put it all together and we get that big mosh pit type celebration, after we do some good things. So I'm excited to get back to work this weekend. It's the last one. So this is the last time this team will be this team. So just making sure our guys get the most of it.
Yeah, for sure. I know we had a couple guys mention they lost their voice on Saturday, which is great. That's always a good sign. Lots of yelling, screaming, cheering. Highlighted by, you guys mentioned some of the plays. I know PY had some big catches early on in the game. Julian had a couple big catches. Adam Dunson had a few big catches as well too. Receiver group in general, did pretty well. Showed up, catch the football well, getting some good yards after catch too. Defensively, Tone Hurd having his second pick of the year, big pick in the end zone. Elijah Hearns having his third pick of the year with a good return off of it, as well too. And so, obviously the turnovers, are great. We won the turnover battle, which is, one of the things that we talk about a lot, trying to take that ball away, protecting on offense. Great to get a win in that category, kind of our plan to win as well. Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and bring on Travis Moon, and we'll talk through some of his plays. All right. Well, welcome to the film room section of the podcast. I want to welcome Travis Moon.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to have you here. So, Travis, first time on the pod. Excited to have you on. Talk through a little bit of your play from last Saturday. But to start with, just kind of let you get to know the people here. Let them get to know you. Been playing football here now, third season. Playing football. No, not the only sport you played here at AU. What other sport you played here at AU too?
So I also play lacrosse in the spring, and just using that as a means to kind of stay in shape and then also compete.
Had a pretty good season last year too, so that was cool. So between football and lacrosse, plus you major in engineering and you do some stuff in the cinema media arts program, how in the world do you keep all of that going and still do the things you do?
Honestly, it's all by God, to be honest with you, because there's days where I'm just looking at it and I'm like, there's just no way, and then I just kind of have to lean into that. So we get through it, get to tomorrow. So
yeah,
can't worry too hard about it.
Awesome. Well, cool. What do you love about being at AU?
Honestly, I think just probably the family aspect of it, because it is a smaller school, and so it's easy to kind of get to know everybody, and especially the professors. I feel like with engineering that really helps me out, because in larger classes, I struggle fairly well in a lot of my classes, and so just having that aspect of getting to actually know my professors and getting to be able to pop in for office hours or just get extra help when I need it definitely helps keep me going.
Yeah, awesome. Well, cool. Well, let's turn to the film here, and now the first clip that we're going to show is actually a little bit more towards the end of the game, but you got utilized in both the run game and the pass game. Here this week, had a few good outside zone runs, a couple counter runs as well too throughout the first couple of quarters. Went down for a moment in the first quarter with got dinged on the hip, but came back. Talk a little bit just kind of about what does it take in the running back position, and just as far as toughness goes.
Yeah. Okay. So as far as running back is, it's probably one of the harder positions to play in football, and I'd say it's one of the easier positions and one of the harder positions, because your assignment isn't necessarily the hardest thing, but a lot of our job is it just relies on other people doing their job well, and so it just kind of takes all 11 guys to do what it is that we do. And then you got big backers flying down that want to take you out every play, and defensive linemen that are looking to sling you to the ground. So it's always a little tougher, but it's still fun.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, we talk about it takes 11 to run the ball, it takes 11 to pass the ball, and we see that, kind of every play week in and week out. But so on this one, so now we'll go to your touchdown play here, in the fourth quarter. Now we're running, kind of a mesh concept where we've got you out on kind of like a little wheel route, here to the right side. Play that we like versus man coverage. As you approach the line of scrimmage here and we're about to run this play, what is it that's kind of going through your mind just, before the snap happens?
Yeah. So usually I try to keep my eyes checked inside of the box just to not give away too much of what I'm doing. And then leading up into this play, we had ran this concept a couple times and they weren't necessarily respecting the backside wheel. And then I knew that was part of the reason for calling. So then, yeah, we got up there and I just kind of checked out there, seeing who my corner was, who my safety was. I already had trust in my guys to clear out who they needed to clear out, and then I was just ready to go.
Yeah. So they go with the blitz here. Obviously with us being more down in the red zone, they're playing that man coverage. You got Julian and Holdy both taking their guys across the field, and then we see you're the safety is really the guy that's covering you, and so as he goes over top, we know that all right, hey, we can dump that out, get it to you pretty quickly. Guy now you catch that ball 1-on-1 at this point.
1-on-1. Yep. So here I'm going at him, and I'm also just trying to size up where he's at. I can kind of tell that he has a little bit of an outside shade, so I know, at least with my skill set, it'd be easier for me to go inside than it would to go outside, and so I just kind of gave him a quick jab, and there's a little slick out there, and just let it go.
Absolutely, and this is, at this point, this is like the sideline tackle drill that we work, every single week. Offense versus defensive, defensively, they're taught to kind of work inside out. That guy over pursues you, which is what allows for that cutback. Otherwise, you use your speed to get to the corner, cut back, get in the end zone, and then having them teammates run over to celebrate you, obviously, is an awesome thing right there.
It was pretty crazy. So in this moment, once I get in the end zone, there's not very many people around me that you can see, but then obviously the rest of my teammates are coming up, and I'm like, it's so funny to think about because it's been such an emphasis point for like the celebration. So like, there's to the point where the ref was like yelling at me to give him the ball because I couldn't even do that because there's so many people around me. And then even the Rodney mosh pit that we're doing on the sidelines, I couldn't see green or daylight for a while because there's just a bunch of people around me. So it was fun, and then it was just an encouraging moment, and I really appreciate it that I got to have that with my guys, especially with Jacob Holyfield, number 8, out there. He's one of my seniors, and yeah, he was just one of the first guys to celebrate, and it was just funny because he was shoving people out the way. He was like, move, I'm celebrating with him, so it was a good moment.
Yeah, for sure. Cool to celebrate with your guys, and what the camera didn't see, what you're talking about though, every single one of these guys was down here by the end of that, and the refs may not have been too happy about that, but hey, I'm just glad seeing you guys have fun together and celebrate. So awesome. Well, it's great to have Travis on, talking through some of his stuff. Definitely he's been a great part. I know, going back to last year, he had a really good training camp. Unfortunately, had an injury, to where he had surgery. He wasn't able to play much last year. It's been great to have him in the mix and doing some good things for us this year.
I know he's excited to be back, especially like you said, not being limited to the fall camp last year. Like you said, I'm glad he was able to get in the end zone and start to produce a little bit more. So.
Yeah, for sure. Well, so as we kind of shift the focus now on to next week, and each week obviously that's kind of what we do, and the hard things, but also the great things about football is it does not matter what happened last week. We've got to come to work. We got another job to do, and this week it's Manchester. It's been the big focus for us, and guys are I think have a ton of excitement. I mean, how can you not around a rivalry game? And our guys always get up for Manchester. Always get up for Anderson as well too. So as you guys kind of think about this week and this game against Manchester, what are your guys' thoughts?
Just kind of based off last year, I know that they're going to be a team that's ready to play us too. I know that we'll be ready to go, but they'll definitely be ready to go. So they'll play hard. There ain't no sleepwalking through this game, so they'll definitely be ready.
Yeah, I know, man. They look forward to this. They got it circled on their calendar, just like we do. Even the coaches kind of get excited about it at the convention last year.
Yeah, they do.
We kind of had a talk with a couple of the coaches, so we're all ready for this, and they're kind of in a similar spot with us. Doing whatever it takes each week to fight for wins, and understand how important this last win of the season is. Last year, this was one that we kind of let get away from us. Coming into the season, kind of even. We got one more win than them, but we're kind of coming in a similar spot where it's like this win will help set our off season, help with recruiting, going into spring ball, and all those things. So hopefully our guys kind of see the importance of staying focused this week with it being not just focusing on the rivalry aspect, keeping our tasks and our goals in the forefront of their mind as they prepare to go. So we're treating it like it's every other, like that's just another week through the season. We're not going to downplay these guys, but I know we're excited. They do a lot of different things defensively. So we're going to be ready, have a nice game plan, and then it's just still going to come down to physicality and execution. So I'm excited.
Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah, whether it is the rivalry game, whether it is whether it's a different opponent, yes, that matters, but it also really, like what you said, the biggest thing is about us. Are we going to play our brand of football?
Yep.
Are we going to be the tougher team? Are we going to be the team that works harder? Are we going to be the team that competes longer? Are we going to do the things that helps win football games? It comes down to us more than anything, and excited to be able to take the field with this team one last time because we get 60 more minutes with this team, and then we move on to the next team, and so while that definitely is a little bit bittersweet as we say goodbye to these seniors and send them off with a really good game to end this, but and those have been guys that have poured so much into our program, both just mentally and physically and emotionally, so it's gonna be a fun day with those guys, and definitely at the end of it, I know it's gonna be an emotional day as well too.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Getting choked up just thinking about that.
Yeah, no,
too.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking about too, though, man. Like I said, the emotions will be high, and we just can't let that blind us.
Yep.
Like the sad emotions with the seniors, and then just that, So, like I know Quinn, our captain, he already claimed the Raven Jacks for man. He said I have to do Raven Jacks on man on game day. You got it, man.
Yep.
And I know last season he was out that game, so again, he's a guy who I know is going to be wired up, juiced up, ready to go. So it's going to be fun.
When we did the senior captain podcast, I asked all the seniors what they're most excited for the season, and Quinn was the one who said, "I'm excited to win." So we'll throw that clip in their cars, but
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Well, I know we talked about some of the seniors. I know a couple other cool notes. Connor Huffman's got the ability to continue to climb up the career record book rankings and tackles for loss. So that's going to be an exciting one. I think several other guys have an opportunity to kind of put their stamp on some different kind of records as well too, and so be excited to see what that gets to here this week. But talking about seniors, let's kick it over to them, and they'll wrap up the podcast for us.
Yep. What does AU mean to you?
So what AU means to me, I'd say family is the biggest thing. So I came here, didn't really know what I was here for at first, and then as I kind of got older, I realized the importance of faith, the importance of the people I'm with. So I think the biggest thing was being intentional with building relationships with the guys around me, and especially with the coaches when they came in here going into my junior year. So it was kind of hard at first to get to know them more, but as I got to really know them more, and I kind of fell in love with them as well as the school a little bit more.
AU means to me friendship, brotherhood, faith, and kind of just finding your true self. Honestly, man, it's coming to AU taught me a lot about myself, taught a lot of me about the people I want to be around, surround myself around, and what I want to do in my future and stuff like that.
AU means a lot to me because of coming in, I was the shy kid. I didn't really talk or hang out with a lot of people, and over the past few years, I have really opened up, completely changed who I was, and it means a lot to me.
AU's been a place where I've been able to meet, obviously, my best friends, I've been able to grow a lot. So AU just means it's like a sense of community. For the last 4 years has been pretty great. Being able to be friends with a lot of guys that I would have never been able to meet if it wasn't for Anderson. So to me, Anderson is just a strong sense of community that I've built up with a lot of different guys, and I'm very, very thankful for that.
AU means to me is the friendships, the family, and the relationships with not only guys on this team, but the relationships with the teachers and staff.
AU, to me, it means like, I guess like just a family overall. Like ever since I've been here from Texas, I mean, I've been welcomed open arms, and everybody just treats me like I'm their brother. So.
AU is more than just a school. It's a chance for a new start somewhere where you can put your all into something that you haven't put your all in before.
I would say AU means kind of like family to me, because ever since I've been here, all the people that have been around me have treated me like so, and I don't know, I just feel welcomed here, especially with the newer coaches. But
AU actually mean everything to me now. I found brotherhood here. I found camaraderie. I found actually how to be a leader for real, for real.
Anderson to me means family. All my family's from here. Grandparents, mom and dad both went here. Got a younger brother who goes to school here. So family is a big part of it for me.
So some advice I'd give to a younger guy coming in here. You've never really been in a college experience before. You've kind of always been at home with family. I'd say be intentional with spending time with the people around you, getting to know people more, getting out of your comfort zone. I'd say just kind of having fun too, just enjoying the time here, because it goes really fast. Because I feel like I was, in that younger kid's position yesterday, and now I'm already about to be leaving. So just enjoying it and having fun while you're here.
I'll probably say don't take anything for granted, man. Like, as soon as you step on the campus from day one, man, like, have a mentality that you're going to be the best on the field. And, like, not only on the field, but in the classroom, because, like, that's just half the battle, you know what I mean? And then don't forget where you came here for. You know what I'm saying? Keep the main thing. And then, like, if it's going to pay out in the long
run. Probably just to cherish every single moment. Don't wish it away. Don't wish this practice was going away, because it goes by a lot faster than you would think it does.
You just got to continue to work. When you come in as a freshman, there's either people are going to have either a lot of expectations for you, or they're going to expect that, for me, my size was something that people kind of looked down on and kind of was like, oh, he's going to take a couple years. And I allowed that to kind of put a chip on my shoulder and kind of prove that, I came here to play early and, to help compete and to win. So if you're one of those guys that everybody's just kind of looking down on for your size, and if you're at Anderson, there's probably a lot of different reasons why people are looking down at you if you get, going to Division III school. You already got that chip on your shoulder. So wear that with pride. Don't be ashamed of it. And whenever you do finally make it and achieve your goals, just thank the people that helped you out, and that's all you can really do. But wear the chip on your shoulder with pride. God gave it to you for a reason. So,
some advice I give myself or an incoming freshman would be take the opportunities. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there, and really take time and work hard in the gym.
Young Ricky, incoming freshman, I'd say that it's okay to make mistakes, and when you make mistakes, make them going 100 miles an hour. I'd say that you're gonna have somebody to coach you up, somebody to lead you, so that'd be my best answer on that.
Okay, younger version of myself, man, mature, bro. You gotta mature fast. And I would say advice to incoming freshmen, actually be coachable. Learn, man. Don't act like you just know everything, because we don't know everything, bro. We just got in college, you feel me?
I would say just never get discouraged, and even if you're not where you're at or you're not where you want to be, just keep pushing for that and just believe in yourself and know that you can do it.
I would tell them not to pick a school where you can be successful, but pick a school where you can be successful in 4 years with a college degree.
Probably just trust the process. I think that a lot of us put too much pressure on ourselves to be perfect, especially at a young age when we're trying to figure ourselves out. I think that coming into college, it can be a scary environment just because you don't know anybody, different campus, new way of life that you're trying to adjust to. So just have fun and enjoy it.
Both come from really the same team. Team up north, Manchester. My sophomore year, we were on it was the 5-yard line, and they had a fresh set of downs. It was first down. And we progressively so they got 2 yards on the first play, and then we had a TFL on the second play and third play. We ended up having a 4th down stop, and then one of my best friends, his name is Josh Slayton, big dude, about 320 pounds. He did a front flip. That was probably one of my highlights in my career. And then also this upcoming Saturday when we beat the Manchester Spartans and bring home the bronze ball. So,
favorite AU football memory, probably, honestly, winning a bronze ball back my sophomore year and then winning it back my senior year.
Probably 2 years ago, right around this time, getting ready to play Manchester, and woke up that morning with snow covering the ground, covering the field, and ended up going out that day and whooping Manchester's butt and getting the bronze ball back.
The bronze ball is obviously the biggest one. Winning in my sophomore year, and then we're going to win it Saturday, so that's the biggest one. But honestly, it's really just the super small things that I've done. Being around the guys for the last 4 years, getting food after practice, having the guys come over to our house, getting to travel to New York and to Iowa, stay overnight with those games was pretty fun. Just kind of like the small things, especially this year being my last year. I kind of, before the start of the season, wanted to start appreciating the small things more and kind of just soak it all in. And that's kind of what I try to do, and it made this year a lot more fun. So definitely the small things that you kind of overlook on a day-to-day basis, but whenever you go back and you're looking at a 4-year time period, that's the type of stuff you kind of really remember and really sticks out to you.
Beating Manchester.
Favorite AU football memory.
Favorite AU memory. Since everybody already said the bronze bowl and stuff like that, I guess our practice Friday Hanover week, when every time we did something good, we celebrate in the end zone or just have fun, make it fun. So yeah.
I got 2. I could say 1, fall camp, actually learning, the names of everybody, personalities and stuff like that. And I say favorite memory, me scoring last week, man.
It was definitely one of the plays in the Bronze Bowl game when it was snowing. It was like 3rd and 8 or something, and I was dragging a couple dudes on me, and we got the first down, and then we were able to knee it out and win. So that was pretty exciting.
I probably can't go into much detail, but a bus ride with a couple of guys for 7 hours. There's a lot of things that go on that bus. So
My favorite football memory is definitely when Coach Scott got his first win. Seeing the look on everybody's face after we beat Overland this past September was awesome. And I think my second one's going to be coming up this Saturday.